Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball, I got it. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball, I got it.
Welcome back to the 3-star Dragon Ball Buddies, the #1 Dragon Ball Super podcast on YouTube, hosted by two. Oh, I didn't change that from last time.
Wait, why?
Oh.
What's wrong?
Did you read the doc?
Still accurate.
I mean, it's still accurate, but that's the joke we used last time.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's not wrong. That's the thing.
I know, but I forgot I put that, so I was caught off guard by it. Anyway, I'm Ken O'Connor.
I'm Josh Brandon.
I'm Fong.
And we are back for one more quantisizing and fluctuating podcast about Dragon Ball Super, an anime that ended months ago and probably no one cares about it anymore, but we're back to talk about it.
Well, here's the thing. The final episode aired March 25th, and now it's June 25th that we're recording this, so it's the 3-month anniversary, and we've got 3 episodes to talk about.
There's 3 of us. The show's called 3-Star Dragon Ball Buddies.
Right, there's a lot of 3s here, so I think it was actually fate.
Yeah, it was planned.
Correct.
Yeah, definitely.
This is what Toriyama had in mind.
Yes. Anyway, yes, we are back. Like Josh just said, we've been gone for about 3 months. We did not mean to take this long of a break between the last podcast and this one. Things just got in the way, and then we kind of forgot about it. Josh even thought we recorded this episode. I mentioned this to Josh. He's like, wait, didn't we record that episode? I'm like, no. You remember you were busy, so we just kind of like pushed it off and never got back to it. He's like, I could have sworn we recorded this.
Yeah. Well, like, I don't know. I guess because we've at least discussed it a bit. So I guess in my mind, as time passed, I'm like, yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, we did that. It's one of those things. I don't know. My bad.
It's fine. But we are back. How are you gentlemen doing?
Fong?
I'm cool. I'm
Ooh.
ready to talk about this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Now,
going to say the same.
Now, we should mention there's a bunch of like news and other stuff going on in the Dragon Ball Super universe right now. We are not going to be talking about that in this episode. We'll be recording another episode very, very soon after this one. We'll cover all the news and the movies and the video games, all that fun stuff that's going on. But right now, this is all about the final 3 episodes of Dragon Ball Super, which aired a couple months ago. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Should we just go by our basic recap, or should we talk about our initial thoughts? Should we save our overall thoughts to the end, probably?
I think save it to the end to kind of recap and be like, what do you
summarize.
think? Right.
All right. So we start off then with episode 129, Limits Super Surpassed, Ultra Instinct Mastered.
Speaks for itself.
Great title. The title was The Limits Super Surpassed. It combines the two, the opening themes, the name of them.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah, that's a lot of the... I know with these 3, they have references to other Dragon Ball things in them, and that's what this episode's was.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. But so I don't know if you guys remember, I listened to our last episode, our last podcast, like kind of get what our mindset was. Right. And the preview for this episode was we saw the glimpses of Goku's hair going white and silver into Ultra Instinct, which they held until the very, very end of this episode.
Yeah, I figured.
Which, yeah, it makes sense. But, so this was Goku's like final chance. Like this, every character was like commenting like this is Goku's last chance to beat Jiren. Like time's running out. Like they didn't have like much time left, and he entered an Ultra Instinct, but it's still not that pure white version that we saw in the trailer. And it's still not, his attacks aren't good enough. He's having the same problems he had when he was fighting what was her name? Kefla. Yeah, Kefla. Where like it's good, but not good enough. It's not going to be able to take down Jiren. And it basically boils down to this moment where the entire stage at this point is almost completely destroyed, and Jiren has Goku cornered on a rock, and he's like firing down. What was it? I think it was like the red like energy blast for his fist. And he was like just
for Jiren, yeah.
He was firing just energy down on Goku, and then at first it looked like the rock was just breaking and Goku was just gonna fall out of the arena and be done for. But then Goku starts punching back like blue like fists of Kai Blast back at them, and it kind of starts like he's basically blocking each of the hits, right?
Mhm.
He's like matching them.
Yeah, and it's cool too because I remember the visual. I was rewatching this earlier. The visual of just like the punches, like first overwhelming Goku, then balancing out, and then like him just like kind of pushing up against the rock, were like really really cool.
Yeah, I mean, especially I guess I could speak more now towards like the final episode or second to last episode, but like I thought they did a great job with the animation for this, the way to cap it off. Like, I mean, I'm not as picky as you guys, but I thought it all looked pretty good.
Yeah, no, I think it looked amazing. What do you think, Fong?
This episode had a lot of reused animation.
That's been your problem though for like a while now. Like even with 17's death, quote unquote, a couple episodes back, you had issues with that stuff too.
I don't mind reused animation, but like this, what they reused in particular is from the intro, and you see the intro every fucking episode, so I already see it pretty often.
I mean, I skip the intro every episode.
Oh, really? I always play the intro. I love to get like hyped on it.
Never watch it.
Aw.
Only the first time.
Yeah, it's too familiar.
See, I feel like when they incorporate things from the intro into the anime, like it feels like it's almost earned. Like I saw a great joke the other day. It's like when you hear the opening theme in like a shonen anime, you get really hyped, and when you hear the opening theme of a slice of life anime, you know something really sad just happened.
Oh God,
isn't that true?
Maybe.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Like
I agree more with the first point. You get hyped.
Yeah.
With the other, yeah.
So things in the intro, when they start coming to play, I get excited for them.
Right. Yeah. No, that's understandable. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, Goku's getting beaten down. Everyone's like, "Oh no, Goku, you won't be able to win." Like, everyone's like they don't understand how he's gonna get out of that situation. And he keeps fighting back. The punches keep matching, like punch for punch against Jiren. And then does he? Like, I guess he like, teleports up to Jiren. Like he doesn't go through the blast, does he?
I think he just is like really fast and
he's dodging all the punches and just gets to Jiren like behind him really quickly.
Yeah, that's how I read it.
That was awesome.
I mean, it doesn't surpass what he did with the Kamehameha, like jump over the beam from Kefla, whatever.
That'll never be matched.
Yeah, but he tried that though in this too. He tried the Kamehameha against Jiren. Jiren punched through it.
No, but not with like riding the other energy beam thing. That was like the coolest thing ever. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, wasn't the riding the energy beam? Have we not seen that yet? Isn't that the next?
What? He did that against Kefla.
I thought he was jumping on the rocks to get to Kefla, wasn't he?
No, it's the final thing. No, the final thing. He did the whole like Kamehameha touches the beam and then leaps over.
He surfs skateboards on it.
He did he did a backflip over her and then used the attack.
Yeah, that was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I'm just saying, like, nothing can surpass that. But yes, this was cool.
Yes,
that's all.
And there's a part too. Vegeta's mentioning like during the tournament, all the Saiyans have been able to like surpass their own powers.
Yeah, and they started with Gohan, who didn't do anything. He was just normal.
You're so right. He didn't even show whatever he's been working on. I don't even think he's been working on something. This guy's been lying to me the whole time.
You were such a supporter of Gohan for the longest time.
I'm a blind witness. I don't know.
But yeah, so Goku gets behind him, blocks the attacks, and then I think doesn't Jiren like do like one final blast too, and that's when Goku gets past it. Like it's one giant attack.
He collects it in his hand and he just like kills it in his hand, disintegrates.
Yeah. So he gets back onto the fighting stage. Jiren attacks, but Goku overpowers him with a bunch of punches. And then this is when Goku starts glowing more and more. And then Whis is kind of like giving like narration here, saying how Goku has finally completed his ascension, his arrival. And this is when we get the full look at the full Ultra Instinct.
Right.
His
he
master
finally takes his fucking shirt off.
His shirt disintegrates off.
Well, I just think it's cool though that like I don't know, I like it from a standpoint of this isn't like Ultra Instinct 2. This is just what Ultra Instinct actually is. So I like that they're not making it more complicated with more levels to something. It's just this is actually it.
I kind of compare it to. Do you remember like in was it like the Budokai games or like the early anime? Whenever Goku like had like really good Kai, like he would like turn red, like a dark red color, but he wasn't Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that. Like he's tapping into like a large amount of power.
Kaioken is like totally different.
Well, that's the attack, and like the energy that's given to him. I like if you look at it as like a well of power, like he probably uses that power to reach Super Saiyan.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Would you agree, Fong?
I'm not even sure what you're talking about.
You know when Goku turns like kind of like red?
Kaioken.
Yeah, Kaioken.
Yeah, so like that would like be the in between. Like he's not Super Saiyan yet, but like, have you ever seen anyone else besides Goku use that, or like a Saiyan use that?
No, but
I don't think you could compare it. I'm just saying Ultra Instinct is just, it's a form, and they didn't have 2 stages to it.
Okay.
It's just, he didn't really master it, now he's mastered it, so it looks different, but that's it. It's not like, oh, this is 2, and you're like, wait, but then there's Super Saiyan this to get to that, and then this, but this is different, but then there's 2 levels of that. Like, I'm glad they didn't...
Overcomplicated it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, no, I agree. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go right to the next one then, because it ends off on that, and that's what we were waiting for.
I mean, they all just kind of lead into each other. It's almost like you kind of watch these 3, and it's like, well, maybe the one before it too, like 4, and ends up being almost like a mini movie.
What do we miss?
Beerus tells everyone to shut the fuck up and watch.
Oh yeah, everyone shut up and just watch.
Oh, wasn't that where they're all trying to like narrate in their own way of what's going on, or like encourage him or something? I'd be
That's
like,
the entire arc. The entire arc is all the peanut gallery talking.
I know.
And then the God shuts him up. He's like, shut up.
I know, right? Mm.
Well, you could tell like Beerus was excited to see what was going on too. Like Beerus, like this entire arc is like such like a fanboy for his universe, and he's so excited to see like what's happening.
I mean, he doesn't really have a choice, right?
Well,
it's like
yes.
he's
no, but
super strong, and then it's just like you
he's
can't
leading to these
participate.
dopes.
Yeah, so he has to be supportive, or else what's he gonna do? Sit there and pout? And
true, but like
that's it?
I don't know. We'll get into this a little bit later once the fight's over. But I feel like Beerus, from like being like the enemy we once knew him, has become like a very like genuine friend to these guys.
He's a softie.
Well, he's the god of destruction.
Yeah, he's a softie.
That too.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
and
right.
then the other thing is Goku made weird slurp noises.
What?
Twice he like sucks in air, but it sounded like a yeah, it sounded really weird.
I did not notice that. So
Wait, Ken, did you do the voice acting for that part?
yeah, baby.
I don't remember that, but I'll take your word for it, Fong, because I know you love to notice those weird moments. So
Oh yeah, I'm great for that.
I'll give it to you on there.
Interesting. Okay. Well, let's move on to the next episode, episode 130, the greatest showdown of all time, the ultimate survival battle.
That's right.
This
Wow.
this episode I loved and then hated.
I could agree with
I
that.
understand.
Yeah.
So Goku just kicks the shit out of Jiren.
Correct.
Like full on just is ultra instincting all over his ass. There's this cool artistic thing where Goku gets engulfed in blue energy and Jiren's covered in red energy, and just like animation wise looks amazing. They keep going at it and just fighting. Goku keeps getting up and declares like his friends are what makes him strong. So Jiren's like, okay, if your friends make you strong, he attacks the bleachers. Like,
which, like, shouldn't he almost be disqualified for that?
I feel like he's
Zena doesn't care. He wants to see cool things.
I know, but like, come on.
But
like,
tactically, that was really dumb because like there's a bunch of gods up there that could just like.
I know,
like
that. You don't piss off your opponent to give him even more of a reason to fight. You know what I mean?
I mean that too, but I mean that's what Frieza does. But
yeah, but like what was Jiren hoping to accomplish by that? Like, oh, if all of Goku's friends are dead, then he'll get weaker. Like, it's not gonna work that way.
He was just getting really pissy at that point. And
he was getting pissy.
By
the man got
by
caught
doing
up
that.
in his feels. he finally had feelings for once in his life, and he doesn't know how to handle it. So he handled it like a 2-year-old.
He caught feelings.
I'm still saying I called it all the way back when, like, I don't understand family.
Actually, that's true. I wish he would have said that exact line.
Voiced by Ken O'Connor for that one line.
I'd pay
In English for some reason.
I would pay to see that. Just that clip.
Yeah. But, so he fires a blast at the stands, and doesn't Goku just jump in front of it and block it?
Well, I thought he actually sent like a whole beam over there, or maybe I'm wrong.
Well, yeah.
He gets in front of it.
It's a big arcing beam, and he jumps in front of it. And then, doesn't it like show like flashbacks, all the fights with the friends and whatnot? I forget this part.
That part was great.
Where it showed all,
like they're all still, the fight is still going on, and they're silhouetted in blue and red.
Yeah.
And you can see him going at it, but you still have like the flashback to all his friends, like Frieza, his good friend.
Dude, Frieza is the MVP of this arc in my mind. I love Frieza.
Oh, he is
so fucking good. But yeah, that was cool. I love when they use the old animation. They bring back stuff from the old show. Like it looks cool too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that was actually all remade stuff.
That was remade.
Yes.
Yeah, everything was all that. That was all remade.
But even that picture you posted,
Yeah.
that looks old.
Well,
There's a filter on it.
Okay.
It's
that's
totally
the thing.
new.
It's because back then it wasn't that crystal clear, so I'm assuming they kind of redid it slightly, then put an old kind of touch on it. But
Wow, that's even cooler then. I did not know that. Huh. All right.
yeah.
But yeah, so Jiren's plan doesn't work, and Goku just destroys him again. And then, like, this is when he's riding the energy blast now, like, full on. He has Kamehamehas coming out of his feet and his hand, and he's riding the energy beams that are being flown out at him.
It's really quick. It's like a transitional thing, and if that Imager album wasn't out there, I wouldn't even know it existed.
I didn't know either until you sent me that.
Yeah.
It's the coolest fucking thing I think they could have done for Ultra Instinct.
Yeah.
What album now?
Fong's in an album way back in the chat.
It's on the bottom of the episode now. It's the last thing. At least it should be.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and basically it shows every like key scene where you can see that he has Kamehamehas everywhere.
I like that. Yeah.
The man is
I
leaking.
don't even know. Is that considered Kamehamehas though?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't consider it.
I think that's almost just he's putting the energy out of his body in certain locations.
If it wasn't the exact same color as the Kamehameha, if it looked like the Ultra Instinct energy and they weren't perfect little balls like that, I would say it's not Kamehameha. But to me, those look like little Kamehamehas.
Well,
and he's charging up the
that's one way
entire. He's charging up the entire time too.
True. I see what you're saying.
The weird thing is, like, that whole scene, like, of him riding on it, it's so, like, transitional and really quick that I probably would have just not even remembered it existed.
Right.
If not for, like, this. And they put that much attention to detail in it, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're building up all this amazing action. Again, he's riding all of Jiren's blast. He's ready to defeat Jiren. When all of a sudden, his body breaks down because the pressure Ultra Instinct is too much to handle.
I know. It was like the ending of the Johto League for Ash and Charizard. Like, I actually thought he was just going to lose. Like, Goku was actually going to lose. Like, we were discussing. Like, it was maybe a possibility.
No, this is the end of the Sinnoh League, where you have fucking Ash Greninja, who by all means should win this fight.
Sinnoh, that's Kalos.
Oh, Kalos, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, even I knew that.
Sorry, because you said Johto, and I thought like 2 ahead. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, but this is totally where Charizard is supposed to finish him off, and then Charizard can't do it, and Ash should have never called for Flamethrower. If he just said nothing, I think Ash would have won. Like, so it's like if Goku didn't push himself that far, just a little bit, maybe. I don't know. I was like, oh my god,
but
this
like,
can't be
there
happening.
was no sign of Ultra Instinct. Like, yes, every time he used it, he got tired. But like, there's like a scene where like it looks like his back is like releasing like dark energy for a split second.
That looked like a swerve. That looked like Frieza like shot him or something.
Exactly.
Especially with the music.
Exactly. Or like maybe like some destruction energy, or it looked like something so much more than like, oh, his body finally succumbed to like the or succumbed to whatever, to the Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, it just looked like he just got shot.
Yeah.
So
that's
what did
true.
you guys
yeah.
think about the yellow energy he was going to finish Jiren off with? Did it look like something?
Yeah, you add that to the notes, didn't you, Fong?
It looked like he was going to give him energy, and I was about to be really mad, but I'm glad they didn't go with
Urine
that.
energy?
Yes, it looked exactly like that.
Let's have
I
a.
thought it was just almost like a regular kind of like key blast, which I thought was weird. But
Like the yellow glowiness of it and how there was like swelling up and taking forever to happen. It looked
True.
like it was going to be that, but thankfully we'll never know.
that would have been a disaster. He's like, I respect you. Get back up. Give some energy.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
I don't even know. Like I didn't like this. This is where I started getting upset. So he succumbs to the Ultra Instinct. I'm like, okay, that's kind of dumb because I felt like we know that Goku has to defeat Jiren. Like it felt like
This seemed like a great way to actually end this fight, and then you have the last episode be a kind of wrap up, whatever after.
like
But
everything that comes after this was not needed. It's not the worst thing in the world, and like I do like it for what it is, but like it was not needed.
Though
I
think
Frieza
liked
needed to
I
come
liked
back.
the way they ended it though. They actually ended the fight.
Yeah.
I really liked that.
Oh, yeah, we'll get there in the next episode, but
Yeah.
so Goku falls to the ground, and Jiren is about to knock Goku out, but then Frieza shows up. Which okay, we knew Frieza was still around.
Yeah, Frieza was. You needed to have Frieza come back at some point.
Yeah.
Like he's fine.
And
I didn't mind that.
And I thought, okay, this is great. Frieza Goku team up. I am down for this. But then you have 17 show up.
Yeah, that's deliberate bullshit.
He blew himself up.
Yeah.
Everyone acknowledged his death. The freaking high priest and the Zeno-Samaz all said, oh yeah, he's gone. We took him off the iPad.
Yep.
How is he here?
I know that I don't fully
Because he never showed up on the thing or something.
Right,
I don't
but
know.
then
It's
it's
something
basically-
is real dumb.
But it's like the principle of like, then wouldn't the people running the tournament be like, hey, he's kind of still alive? Like they're supposed to be like the beings of the whole universes and
The bean?
The beings.
beings.
Oh,
Yeah, I heard being
real-
too.
a real human being.
But like, just so much of this annoyed me. Like, I knew they were gonna probably wish him back if they won. That would be the wish 17 back. I knew he was coming back, but for him to have sacrificed himself and then like he didn't actually sacrifice himself and somehow survived all of that.
It cheapens it.
And it's not like, what was it, Vegeta a few episodes back where Vegeta like used that attack that was supposed to kill him, but like, oh, I've gotten stronger, so it didn't kill me this time.
Right.
That was also pretty dumb.
Yeah, but like this feels like that, and it doesn't feel deserved at all either.
Yeah. I didn't like it.
Well, also
Zillions loved
the
it.
attack didn't really do anything anyway.
What, the 117 did?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nothing thing.
No, he's there to be the body. The body that wins.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I know, but like, I don't know. I agree with
it's a very cheap narrative thing. Like if you it just, I don't know. Again, like with death in this series, we know people don't stay dead for long, and like we know like no one really dies in Dragon Ball. Everyone comes back.
But at least they do die.
Exactly, they die and come back. But this is just a blatant, just like nope.
Yeah.
So I was not too happy about that. And then Frieza and 17 basically like, oh, we'll protect Goku while he's collapsed on the ground, still like convulsing in pain and like black energy still leaking out of him.
Yeah.
I'm just like, at the end of that episode, like, we know that 17 and Frieza are not strong enough to defeat Jiren. We know that they're not going to end this without Goku defeating Jiren. So I feel like they just had to like stretch things out for one more episode. And they realized, oh shit, we don't have anyone to win this, like, this tournament, so let's bring 17 back.
Well, ending the episode like this, I feel like there's like less tension because they're like, oh, there's 30 seconds left or whatever at the end of this episode. But then there's like 3 Universe 7 dudes to 1 Jiren, so like they could just like fuck around for 30
Yeah,
seconds.
just wait out the
and then they
time.
win.
That's
Yeah,
run.
so like
well, then they
why get rid of the tension like that? Why make it give Universe 7 such a big advantage at this point?
Because it was already a big deal when it was just, when we thought it was only Goku, like we knew Frieza was around, that was no shock to me. But when we thought it was just Goku and Frieza though, like Goku and Jiren, like there was some tension there. like, because there was a one-on-one. We didn't know how a tie would essentially work, more or less. But we figured that they would take each other out, and then Frieza would be the one to get the wish. That's what I had theorized anyway on the previous episodes of the podcast.
I think most people thought about that.
Yeah, it seemed logical. And then throwing 17 into the mix, I'm like, you don't need this. It makes like the wish because again, so we're jumping ahead a little bit, but if the last wish had gone to Frieza, he probably would not have made the same choice that 17 did.
No.
I still wish for like a Frieza universe, but
they were building towards the thing at the. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. But so it ends that way. I was not too... at this point, I felt like, okay, just give me the finale. Because I was hoping, really, that the fight would have resolved in this episode. And then the final episode would have just been all, like... Because we knew it was the last episode, that they would, like, wrap things up nicely. I was afraid they would crunch for time if they didn't end the fight in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the finale, then. Episode 131, The Miraculous Conclusion. Farewell, Goku, until we meet again.
I have to talk about the title.
Yes, please do. Is this a reference to the end of Dragon Ball Z and also that Legend of Goku movie?
No. The Farewell, Goku, until we meet again. That part, word for word, is the name of the last episode of Dragon Ball GT.
Ha!
Oh, that's right. He rides off on the dragon as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
so what is that supposed to mean?
I mean, it's just a reference. Like the other ones have been. That's all.
It seems like a big middle finger.
No, I know.
Oh.
But we hear about the news, and the news is like the episode titles leak first.
Yeah.
Right.
So I see that, and I'm like, what the fuck is gonna happen in this episode? Is he gonna like ride off on a dragon or something like that?
The GT universe bleeds in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
We taking over.
Step into the Grand Tour, Dragon Ball GT. A brand new alliance begins. Pilaf makes him a child
was it
again.
that bad?
That was the song. That's the opening of Dragon Ball.
It was a rap, yeah.
See,
into
I
the
don't
Grand
listen
Ball.
to intro songs. Like, oh.
Well,
The
granted,
Japanese one's pretty good.
yeah, the Japanese one's good. That was the English. That was like the time of the One Piece rap.
One Piece did it well, though.
Oh, you mean other good music?
Yeah, yo, dreaming. Don't give it up, Roofy, dreaming.
Roofy.
Roofy.
All right. Anyway. Yep.
So this starts off right where we left off. Frieza and 17 go after Jiren, and they actually managed to hurt him a little bit too, which I was surprised with.
I mean, after
Yeah,
everything
he's
this
hurt at
man
this
has
point.
been through, like, I get it.
I know, but
It makes sense.
yeah, but still, just like the fact that okay, like Goku couldn't even like Goku did damage, but like it took all of that for them to even land a hit. I don't know.
Well, but like once you crack the armor, you know.
I thought they were gonna subvert expectations and full on just like Frieza goes after Jiren, boom, right out of the ring. 17 goes after him, boom, right out of the ring. So like they bought Goku time to heal, but like they were still beaten like instantly. I thought
that'd be even worse.
You think?
Yeah, that would just cheapen
They
the
still
previous thing they did.
they still kind of did that.
No, because the end of this episode, it seems like they brought them both back for
Yeah.
their own purpose.
Okay, fair enough. So you said Fong in the notes here, Frieza talks some good shit.
I wrote it down. He said, "Once shattered strength is so fragile, I can almost hear your heart shrieking." God damn! Oh, so good. He was shit talking him a bunch. There's other lines.
But like, this is the classic thing. It's like all the talk, and you just let the guy sit there.
Oh yeah, and then Frieza gets fucked up right after.
Right, like, just finish him. Oh my god, then taunt him after he's dead and you win. Like,
I
But
know
still,
it's
like
not
they can drag out the time because they have the numbers advantage.
I don't understand family.
Yes. Oh my god.
Jiren falls to his knees and accepts defeat, but his cheerleader Toppo encourages him to get up.
This was the worst part of the episode.
He was
I
like,
hated
yo,
this.
Jiren, we were still a team. You're the best. I believe in you.
Even though you
He's
didn't
like,
think...
wait, you're right. Even though I said everything bad about you, you're cheering me on because you're selfish now and want to survive yourself. Yes. And then he gets up and whatever. Man. So classic. And then Frieza gets hit and dies. Almost.
Yeah, Jiren snaps out of it, and he beats the ever-loving shit out of Frieza, ripping
That's
off...
happened 3 times.
I'm shocked that Frieza can still have this amount of energy.
That actual scenario has happened 3 times. Where they're on their knees, he's shit-talking him, he's about to finish him off, and then they just get up and fuck him up.
I want someone to like edit those together and smash cut to every time he gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, I mean...
And he gets his tail ripped off.
That actually happened later.
Oh, did it?
It's really quick, and you'd like have to screenshot it.
Oh, okay.
He like loses it at the end.
Gotcha.
Huh.
So Jiren launches one final blast at 17 and Frieza, and they're blocking it as best they can. And this is when Goku's behind them, right? They're still guarding Goku's body.
Yeah, he has to teleport over there. Uses a thing.
Yeah, so Goku teleports over to them, and he's joining in now to hold off the blast. And doesn't like Frieza? Isn't he golden at one point? And then like he goes back to like normal. Like he's like at the very end of his energy.
Yeah,
he loses it as he's blocking the thing.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out here. Okay, so Goku and Frieza they're working together with 17 as backup, and they wreck the shit out of Jiren basically.
This was the best part.
Yeah, this is amazing.
The music's great. Some of the animation
wasn't it like
time to the music.
Wasn't it a mix of like their themes too?
No, it was just the
opening.
Normal Ultimate Battle.
Oh, okay.
Ultimate Battle, the insert song that they've been using.
I mean, this was kind of like where I was disappointed that it didn't end the previous episode, but then I was like, oh, this is better.
This was such a nice combination of fighting that I was like happy with it.
Right.
Yeah, it's the teamwork tournament ends with teamwork, so that's nice.
And it looked good. Like
it's the guy who could draw. It's that guy.
Yeah. And they were doing similar attacks and stuff in sync, and the color schemes going back and forth, and the way they ended it with then like Goku then turning back into like Super Saiyan, like just regular Super Saiyan, as kind of like a nod almost.
He could like barely do it is the thing.
Right, it was like flickering, but
really
like
cool. Yeah.
Well,
I liked it.
It's kind of cool because at the end you have Super Saiyan 1 Goku and normal and Final Form Frieza from like their arc working together.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's beautiful.
When they showed Krillin's in the stands, like, oh, Goku and Frieza are working together, and then it cuts to Vegeta twitching.
Yeah,
that was the best part.
I especially like Krillin like turned to the audience and like, you happy now? You happy?
I would actually hate if they put that in there like that. But that's such a Family Guy kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. I didn't expect them to actually do it.
I mean, at this point, who even knows? But yeah.
Well, the show's over, so it doesn't matter.
Oh. Well, it can come back, right? That's the whole point.
Maybe. We'll get to that.
It says until we meet again. The title can't be misleading me.
With one final lunge, Goku and Frieza knock Jiren out of the ring. All three of them are eliminated in one final go.
Yeah.
And
you just have Android 17 kind of chilling.
Yeah. They scream at Jiren at the end.
What do they scream at Jiren?
They just scream in his face.
Ah!
Pretty much, and then just the screaming turns into an explosion.
Yep. So 17's the winner, and like Jiren's like in the bleachers, and they're like, "Oh, good job, Jiren!" Like everyone's like being nice to him. It's like you're not my friends, kind of thing. And Goku's like yelling, like, "Hey,
Choco's hands are gigantic."
Yes.
I mean, he is a god of destruction.
His one finger's as large as Jiren's shoulders, and Jiren's shoulders are gigantic.
I mean, anyone who gets fisted by him will be destroyed.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We know you were thinking it, Josh.
No, actually.
But then Goku's calling over like, "Hey, Jiren, let's fight again someday." Like, idiot. Universe 11 gets erased.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't even know.
Like, yes, it's all undone in a second, but like, what was Goku thinking?
That's
he has brain damage.
It's classic Goku. I mean, he's always just like, let's fight again. Like, whatever.
He suffered a concussion. Or 3.
I wish it had been like, "Hey, Jiren, let's fight again some." And like before he's even done saying it, the universe gets erased. Like, oh.
Yeah, it's true. That would have been more devastating.
Yeah. But Universe 11 is erased. But then as soon as it's erased, 17, which is for universe. All the universes come back.
I would have loved if he trolled though. It would have been like, bring back every universe except for Universe 11.
Now, did he bring back?
Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
Did what's his name? Frost come back?
No.
Yeah,
He did.
he does. He's very quick because they cut to Universe 6.
He was in that scene with them at the temple thing or whatever.
It's really quick.
I did not
Is it?
see him.
He's the first because it's a panning shot that
Right.
goes left to right. He's on the very left.
No.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Why would they bring
This
him
is
back?
how I remember it.
I'm gonna try to look it up real quick. You guys keep talking.
Well, either way,
So, Josh, you like Dragon Ball?
No, about the episode, you
Oh.
idiots.
So,
Wait,
Josh, you like
don't
this
lump
episode
me
about
into that.
Dragon Ball?
oh my god. Well, now I'm really curious about this too, but
I don't know why I find it so funny. Everyone's looking over Jiren's body, and they all have shirts on but Tapo. I don't know why that's so funny to me.
We forgot to mention Jiren lost his shirt. He was the last one to go topless.
Dude, his body makes no sense.
Neither does Topo.
I equate that to like God, I don't remember the name. It's that
He's
guy.
Rob Layfield, Captain America.
No, wow, no. It reminds me of the guy from the Dark Tournament of Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, Taguro?
Yes.
Is that the Cyclops guy with the eye?
No.
It's like the final big boss guy, the guy that had the shades on.
Oh yeah, that's
more
yeah, that's right.
realistic form of Jorgen.
Yes.
Oh shit! You know, Jorgen, not far off from the word Jiren.
Yo, confirmed.
One strangle.
Jiren von Strangle.
Which actually, now thinking about it, how did they allow that at Fairly Odd Parents to literally have a main character with the last name Strangle?
He's German.
That makes it right.
Good point.
Yeah. Why? Do you have an issue with strangling?
For little kids, be like saying his name, like no.
Is strangle a bad
Homer-
word to you?
Homer does it to Bart all the time.
True, but that's also not meant for little kids.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. He's back. Wow, you would miss that completely if you were not paying
Exactly,
attention.
yeah, it's super quick.
He should.
For anyone watching on Crunchyroll, it's at like 14 minutes and 31 seconds. It's a split second.
He really shouldn't be back.
He's just as confused as like I think everyone is, because he's like looking at his like hands. He's like behind the robot dude. It's a split second scene. Wow, he should not be back.
All right, wait. I'm coming to.
Yeah, it's exactly at 14 like 37. I think I'm on. Yeah. Or 30, 37, 38. It's like right there.
Oh wow, you're right. Way off to the left. It does pan slightly.
Why does everyone look at their hands when they come back to life?
I don't know. Cabba's looking at his hands too.
Because it's the first things you can look at
I look at my
of
dick.
yourself. Oh, I guess. I mean, that's not out immediately. Unless you
What?
were erased naked.
I mean, weren't most of these? Well, the robot definitely was.
Oh my god.
Winnie the
Oh,
Pooh
I
was
get
free. Winnie the Pooh was freeballing it.
Oh my lord.
He doesn't have anything to look at.
Well, he is a ball. That was, never mind. All right, but
Oh.
yeah, but we get all these cut scenes of all like everyone coming back to life. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, we're back!" Well, I guess that Universe 11 isn't that. No, what was it? Universe 7 was our universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess Universe 7 isn't that bad after all. Blah blah. And this was interesting right here. This is when Zeno-sama, they reveal that this was planned all along. Like, they knew that the only one who would win the tournament would be someone who'd make the wish to bring everything back. And that if for some way a evil person did win the entire thing and wish for something besides
Selfish.
anything selfish, they would have erased the entire multiverse as it was.
Right.
So even those not fighting would have been erased. Like
Yeah.
the big universes.
Them's the breaks.
So like I understand Zeno-sama is like the end all be all powerful and whatnot, but like why would he go through all of this then?
He likes entertainment.
He's sick and twisted.
Yeah, it's like to test the mortals. If you want to be kosher about it, it's really to be super fucked up. But
It's super fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, they're basically putting all their lives on the line just for pure entertainment, and then he's just like, eh.
Yeah.
And then it's like, let's do it again. And then, like, gets cut off because they're like, Goku, shut up.
I just like the reaction when they said like, oh yeah, he would have erased everyone if someone made a selfish wish. And like, oh, well, thank God that didn't happen.
Pretty much.
And then Frieza did such a good job during the tournament that Whis brings him back to life, which is apparently a thing that Whis can do.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why is he so OP?
I mean, I'm not surprised.
I'm not either, but come on.
I was surprised.
That didn't even faze me. I was just like, of course he could do that. Like, I don't. Maybe that's wrong for me to think, but like,
he is an angel.
oh, true.
So,
So again, like,
is that a known power of angels?
oh, and like if you follow like biblical stuff, yeah, an angel's blessing can bring someone back to life.
I don't recall that, but
Me
I don't know.
neither, but I'll take your word for it.
Maybe you're better at Bible studies.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know, but like at first I thought he just like, oh, he took off all his damage, but then like no, the halo's gone and his tail's back and like he's back to life. What's the point of the Dragon Balls anymore?
Well, I mean,
You
okay.
can save it for cooler wishes now.
Well, the actual like regular Dragon Balls, it's so comical, like how easy they find them now.
When the original series, the entire series was, let's see if we can get them once.
Right, and now it's like they have their little radars and they get them in like 10 minutes. It's like, okay. Like at this point, Shenron should just stay there and just wait.
It's like a Domino's app. I want my 7 Dragon Balls. Okay, it'll be 15 minutes. That's too long. Come on.
Right. I mean, like,
Your pizza's on its way.
it's a joke, but whatever.
Yeah.
At least the Super Dragon Balls now are like impossible to combine and bring into one spot unless it's some special occasion like this.
Is this the second appearance of the Super Dragon Balls?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Third, because Zamasu got a wish on him.
Right. Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
Which he didn't come back.
Well, that was a completely different saga. That's what.
He was a universe.
That's a time. That's a timeline that doesn't exist anymore. They locked that away. Zenosama. That's why we have 2 Zenosamas, because he erased that entire existence.
Well, right, but then part of me thinks like, how far back do they go when they're like, bring back the universe? I don't know.
Well, it's like in the back. I remember the Boo saga when they wish everyone back to life. They always put the caveat, except the really bad guys. Like bring
Right.
everyone back to life, except the really bad ones.
Well, they brought back Frost.
Well, that's because he didn't say only he 17 didn't say except the bad guys. He said bring back all the universes.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
I think that if the show does continue, Frost will definitely come back in some way.
I guess.
Yeah. What else? So he brings Frieza back to life. Again, very OP. Jiren and Tabo actually become actual friends, and they kind of like look up at the sky together, and they talk about their bromance. He wants to fight Goku again one day. Just a nice little thing.
Yeah.
And then it kind of goes into like a little montage here. Everyone like starts like going home. It shows Frieza goes off on his own, and Goku's like, Frieza, if you ever start messing shit up again, I'm gonna come after you. And Frieza's like, yeah. But then you see Frieza with an entire armada and army rebuilt, and he declares himself the Emperor of the Universe.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, that damn Frieza.
Classic Frieza.
Where those guys come from?
Yeah, I know, right? They
I-
were just like hiding and waiting, be like, yes, he's back.
I had a feeling that like time has passed, and like he did not like some of that may have been because remember
Yeah.
like Sorbet and stuff like that were waiting for him. I'm sure that some of those guys waited, and then like a bunch of like new recruits.
I believe that.
He's sitting in his old
Didn't he kill a bunch of them?
of his subordinates.
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
I don't remember the TV version of it, but I remember in the movie.
Yeah,
he
that's
just,
what I thought in the
lost
movie,
a bunch
right?
of them.
Right.
That entire troop, those were all Sorbet's troops, though they weren't like Frieza's entire army. I assume Frieza had more out there than just that.
Well, I'm just excited now. I want to see this whole Vegeta going to Universe 6 thing. Man.
Oh yeah, because he wants to visit the planet that
Yes, I'm actually so excited to see that if it ever comes.
if it ever comes.
Which it should. It's just it'll take a while, probably.
Until we meet again.
That's right.
And then it ends off on a kind of this is the one like kind of like sour note here for me, where it's Vegeta and Goku sparring with each other, and like he's asking about the Ultra Instinct, and Goku's like being very like lackadaisical, like, oh yeah, I can't use it anymore. It's just not there. I don't got it. I'm like, what? But I understand why they did it that way, because here's the thing: there's still content from Dragon Ball Z we haven't seen yet. Like isn't the final episode or two of Dragon Ball Z like the tournament with Oob and young Pan and whatnot?
They're not up to there yet.
Oh,
So like they couldn't have him retain Ultra Instinct. Like again, like he didn't have to use it against Oob. Like if he went Ultra. But like I understand like if they want like they're kind of like putting it off that way, and Ultra Instinct is so powerful that I think
I mean like having Super Saiyan Blue is like already super powerful. Like there's no real difference.
True,
like,
but
you keep bringing up the power creep, and then you have to keep going stronger and stronger and stronger. It's like ridiculous. Which it's close to that already, but I get it. They want to hold back a little bit, but I don't know.
you think because like Goku keeps fighting like again like Jiren is by far the strongest enemy he's ever fought, blah blah. But like they need to top that. Like if the next enemy he fights is not as strong as Jiren, but it's more of a fight just because he doesn't have access to Ultra Instinct, doesn't that kind of like cheapen the idea?
Unless
he'll get it at the end again, and when in desperate time.
See, I still want to see him go Super Saiyan while in Ultra Instinct. I think that's the final end all thing.
I am just trying to think, how would that even look?
Dumb.
They would like CGI his hair like gold. Like yes, his like hair is the same as gold, but this would be like bad CGI, like liquid gold hair.
PS2 gold.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
Oh god, maybe.
But I should also mention before that sparring scene, they do the credit roll, and they show like what everyone was up to in between the tournament. Right. So like Goten and Trunks defended the island with Marin, and
Android 17 got his boat.
Yeah, he got his boat finally.
It was the boat from the Battle of Gods.
Yep.
Yes.
It was a callback. It was a nice callback.
Yes.
Yajirobe and what's the cat's name? The old
Kurin.
Yes. They finally got married. They had kids. Chi-Chi's mad at Goku again. I just made that up. There's nothing there.
I mean,
that's been a long time like fan theory though. Yep.
I guess he's like a sugar.
Cat. It's a bad joke. Just keep moving on.
Feeds him sensu beans and he gives him a house to live in.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm Yajirobe.
Oh my god, that fucking scared me.
Was that good or bad? Hey Goku, you want a senzu bean?
Oh my god.
Sad thing is, pretty accurate to the.
He eats ass. Did you guys see that from
What?
I swear to God, it happened in the show. Go watch Dragon Ball Z.
I don't even know if that's a real laugh.
I'm not even kidding.
What is that?
I'm like trying to catch my breath as I'm laughing.
Oh my god.
I'll find it.
Stop, it's weird.
I'm not trying to
Just suffocate. No.
Rip.
Just take a moment. Breathe.
I got it. You all need to see this.
Oh my god, are you putting it in the thing?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
See his little pink name hopping around.
Oh.
It's a GIF.
Oh my god. And he's holding corn. What? Like street corn.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Krillin, how far he's come, really.
SpongeBob, why?
Yeah.
But yeah, then it ends off with Goku and Vegeta sparring in Super Saiyan Blue form.
Classic.
They struck their Saiyan Saga poses. That was cool.
Yeah. A lot of good callbacks.
Yeah.
One thing I just want to point out is when both Zenosamas ask Goku if he'll be back, he turns to them and says, like, don't worry, I'll be back, I promise. It felt like just confirmation.
And then he winked at the camera.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like, the show's coming back, right?
It guarantees that it's coming back.
In movie form.
What?
believe.
All right.
I think it's definitely going to take almost the approach, I think, of like how this series even started, where there's got to be a movie first, then it's going to come back, which, I mean, based on the timeline right now, that almost has to be the case.
We're gonna go. We're gonna
I
go.
just don't want them to retell it then in the anime again.
Oh, imagine.
I think they've learned their lesson from that, honestly.
I don't
Because-
know.
Imagine if they don't.
Because
What if they don't?
Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F were Dragon Ball Z movies. So I think like going forward, if this is a Dragon Ball Super movie, then they'll know their place. But let's not go into the movie this time. Let's just talk about the finale here and what we thought. So Fong, I'll let you start us off.
The guy who could draw was on it, so that was pretty cool. I like when he draws things. It looks cool. And I liked when Frieza kneed Jiren in the face. And oh yeah, they were building up to that wish 17 made. Because they were like, oh, you and Goku are so alike, because that's something Goku would do.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, there's like a throwaway line from 18, both in this episode and like his introduction episode, where like, oh, you two are so alike. And I don't know, Dragon Ball Super was a cool show. I miss it, pour one out.
Josh,
What's the general question here?
what did you think of this the finale? Was this satisfying to you? Did you enjoy it? What would you have changed? Did you like? What did you think?
Well, I mean, I alluded to it earlier where I think they ended it, like the end, like fight. The ending of that was actually really good, I thought. I was a bit surprised, though, it didn't end with, like, Ultra Instinct at all. But, I get it. And,
It was cool that it didn't.
yeah, no, I actually agree. Like, looking back, I'm like, actually, I like it better, the way they did this. Better than I thought I would like it, kind of thing.
I feel like when you can predict a show or predict how things happen,
Right,
you
it's not
feel really
satisfying.
smart at first. Like, yes, I predicted it. But it's like, oh, that's super. It becomes too predictable then. Where I don't think we any of us saw 17 coming back. So
I mean, a lot of the stuff, I wasn't really thinking it would go this way, so I was pleasantly surprised.
Well, I think we all predicted the universe is coming back.
oh yeah, definitely.
Right. That's just like a classic kind of move to do, I would think. Especially after like semi-developing a lot of these characters, like I would have to think. But I mean, also especially with all Universe 6 stuff, I mean, that's perfectly set up for like a new arc.
Yeah,
But-
Shampa's the man.
Right. And he still won't acknowledge the fact that they won and saved him, really. But yeah, I mean, I overall was really satisfied with how it ended. I don't really have too much complaints in terms of like the very, very end or whatever. I don't know, just sad that there's no like, here's the next arc coming up. It was just like, yeah, I don't know, it could have gone on longer, but maybe I'm spoiled by like One Piece and stuff that just keeps going on and on and on and on with like hardly any breaks. But it was good. That's all.
Yeah, I agree with both what you guys said. Some of the animation for these final episodes was just amazing. Again, I don't think I'll ever the whole blue and red Goku Goku and Jiren fighting thing. Still amazing to me. The writing on the Kai blast with like the lasers, it looked just so impressive. Ultra Instinct, the way it looks amazing. So like visually, it was a feast for the eyes. I'm still upset about the 17 coming back thing. I do like, again, like I'm happy how everything resolves in the end. I just feel like if they had handled 17 a little bit differently, like the fact that they took him off the board and said he is dead is like a huge issue for me. If it had been like someone did something illegally, so like, oh, if that had happened, 17 wouldn't have died, and they brought 17 kind of like back into the battle, maybe. Like I don't know what way they could have done that where I would have been like okay with it, but like it makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think it's a whole like those beings should be smart enough to know that he's not actually dead. So I get your frustration.
I just picture like future Zeno-sama is up in the stands with Zeno-sama and they're talking and like he takes a long drag of a joint like, dude, he's not fucking dead. I can see him over there.
Oh my! I would have never pictured that as a scenario.
Like again, if Zeno-sama knew that the entire tournament would end with someone making that wish and everything would be fine, they probably saw the entire like possibility of this would like turn out, and like they probably knew 17 was alive. Like, no, dude, just pretend he's dead. It's gonna be worth it. You're gonna see some fucking Goku and Frieza shit. We've been waiting to, like, they're probably fans of Dragon Ball. They probably watched Dragon Ball Z and they set this all up.
My God, you're right.
It kind of feels that way.
Scripted. It's all scripted. I don't know. Man, I have no idea.
But yeah, I feel like 17 coming back wasn't earned, but I'm happy how he played in the final like role of everything. I like the whole Frieza and Goku team up. I like that Frieza is like, he's back, he's alive. Because I had this bad feeling that at the end of it, Frieza would just go back to hell and be like, hey Frieza, see you around, buddy. And like they just like ended up that way.
Or just be a villain.
Yeah, and again, like,
he isn't necessarily that at this moment, so.
Yeah, again, like he probably won't like try to take over Earth, and he's out doing his own thing. Like he's not like he's doing bad things, but not causing bad things for our like people, like our cast.
People we actually care about.
Yes, I don't know.
So they'll let it slide.
Exactly. And I kind of like that, but I can see him like I can see that they can call upon him now if they ever need him again, or like, hey, yo, we're gonna go, like Frost is coming back to like do some shit. Like they can like bring him back, and it would feel good. And like 17's still around, like, because they introduced 17 with his family. That's what made his death so sad. The fact that like he left like his family behind for this, and he was earning money for them and doing all this shit, and like
he said he had a family.
We haven't seen him.
He could be lying.
I don't think he would lie about
He could have
that.
just been trying to impress 18.
Ugh.
Been like, yeah, I'm great. I got a family, whatever. Yet he like actually just sits there by himself on the island. I don't know.
Plays with animals.
Don't even take that further. But yeah.
Plays with animals.
Oh my God.
Fisting the animals.
I will not comment further on this.
Don't worry, it's not Topo. He won't kill them.
Oh my God.
You made a comment. You went further. You lied. You went. This is Ultra Instinct.
You couldn't predict the ending.
No, I still wish that Frieza would have gotten the wish and we've gotten like a Frieza world. Because how great would that have been if Frieza had won, makes his wish, show goes off the air for like a year, and then we get a movie where you find out that the wish that Frieza made was like he never lost on Namek or something like that. Or like Super Saiyans just didn't exist. And it's like an alternate universe, and then by the end, like everything gets set back to normal.
It would make a cool what if spin-off series, but
Toriyama, hire me.
right. Do that.
But yeah, it's a good fucking conclusion.
I agree. It's all ogre.
It's all ogre.
Who wrote that?
I think you did.
I thought you did.
I probably did.
Again, this doc, I made this doc like months ago, like the day after the episode aired. So like, yeah, we're gonna do this right away, and then just kind of sat here for 3 months. So, but yeah, that's about it. I kind of want to talk a little bit about like where we think the show is when it comes back, where it's gonna go, or like what we think. But I think that'll bleed into the movie talk a little bit too much. Do you agree?
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So we're gonna save where we think the future of the show is gonna go and all that for our next episode. We're gonna go into the movie because some images have leaked and we have some new information and whatnot. Well, I guess not really leaked, but like been released, right, Fong?
Promotional material.
Yeah. So take it with a grain of salt. And there's also a bunch of video game stuff that I want to talk about too. So we're gonna save all that for the next episode. But any other closing thoughts, guys, on the end of Dragon Ball Super, the series as we know it?
I like the show. What did you guys think about it?
We should probably start a podcast about it.
Nah.
Well, here, this is a little bit like retrospective. Back from when we first started this podcast, like we started this back when we had like, yo, here's a 10-second Japanese trailer just with the logo Dragon Ball Super. What could it mean? Oh, look, there's 9 stars on this Dragon Ball. What could that mean? Like,
Oh yeah, that fucking thing.
do you remember that stuff? And like, oh, here's Champa. We're not gonna see him for 80 episodes, but I wonder what he's doing. It's a fat.
The thing is, we probably should have not started the podcast then.
Oh no! We should have waited until after the fucking Frieza arc.
Yeah, because like I even knew about the fact. I probably read at some point that there was going to be the retellings because they put that out there. They put the information out there. But I guess I just didn't want to believe it or something.
I didn't think they were going to go through it so slowly. Because the first like couple episodes were like, okay, this is unique material. Wait, why are they talking about Bulma's birthday? Wait, why is Beerus here? Oh no.
Yeah, so it was done worse than the movies too. So like it didn't add anything. It just made it all worse. So it's not like I'm getting much out of this.
They had to retcon some stuff here and there. That's really was the biggest purpose of it.
Yeah.
And they brought like back Captain Ginyu for the Frieza arc.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, that was kind of cool.
I guess.
Yeah, it was bad. But yeah, the show came a long way. I think it really hit its stride during the Future Trunks arc with Goku Black and whatnot.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And then before that even was the first tournament between 6 and 7. That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they took a break. It's amazing to think there was really only like 5 arcs.
And 3
3 were original.
3 that you care about.
Yeah.
Right. But to be fair, it's only 131 in total. Like, it's actually not a lot when you think of like arcs for animes. Like, it's like,
Well, we're spoiled by One Piece, Josh.
well, right, but like,
Dressrosa was
100.
100.
Yep,
Sorry.
go ahead.
Go ahead. The Dressrosa arc was 100 episodes. This.
Oh my god.
yeah, true. Okay.
These were relatively quick. Like even this one was like, it was a year. It felt like fucking forever. But like that's 50 episodes. You're saying that was 100. But the other arcs in this show were like 13 to 20. Like not bad at all.
Right.
Yeah.
I liked it. Yeah.
And the filler was decent too at times. Like the filler when it was filler, it was really filler. But
They
like
were great. That Yamcha episode's really fantastic.
I still stupid.
I'll fight you.
Josh hates that episode.
I really love that.
I
episode.
love-
They make a mockery of baseball.
Did you have the same problem in Pokemon, Josh?
Yes, actually.
I know you have an
that
issue.
Alola stuff with the baseball.
That
oh,
was
dear
awesome.
Lord.
That's one of the best
Okay,
episodes.
I'll bite. What's the problem?
That was painful to watch.
What's the problem with the Yamcha episode specifically?
Yeah, what's the issue, Josh?
I get it. He dies on the floor in the same spot. That's cool. But, like, I don't know. Just, like, they're not really playing baseball, but it is baseball.
What do you mean they're not playing baseball?
Do you know how many Japanese shows, children's shows, use like some sport as a vehicle for a comedy episode?
True.
Plenty.
Did you have a problem when
This-
Steven Universe did it?
They played baseball?
Remember with Bob?
Oh, that was good.
There we go.
I don't know. Just, like,
Josh is like, that's my thing. They can't make fun of it.
yes.
It was really good. He got killed on each base. It was hilarious.
Oh, my God.
Fong, did you see that Funko Pop released a figure of Yamcha in that death position?
Yeah, because he posted it.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah. So good. I want that.
Yeah, there's been a lot of merchandise of that moment.
I want like one of like those mouse pads where like it's completely flat, but his dead body in the crater is the soft part of the mouse pad.
Great.
But yeah, that's about it. This is not the end of our podcast. Like I said, we're going to be talking about the movies and the video games in the next episode. And then further down the line, we still have to do our Resurrection F commentary. And then we'll probably be back if there's ever any big news or enough news where we can get like a 20-minute conversation out of it. And we'll be back for the movie. Do we know a release date for the movie yet, Fong?
Not from America.
Not from America.
End of this year for Japan.
Yeah, either December or November. There's a concrete date.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll talk about that more in the next episode. So I guess that's about it. Any other thoughts, guys, before we close it out?
Goodbye.
Sure.
All right. Thank you all for listening to the 3-Star Dragon Ball Buddies podcast. I've been Ken O'Connor.
I'm Josh Brandon.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
That's Fong.
Until we meet again.
Ride off on a dragon.
Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball.
Get Dragon Balls absorbed in my body.
I got it.
That was the end of that show.
Yeah, I remember.
And they don't really explain it. I guess it was okay.
Dude, Dragon Ball GT has all the potential to be a good show, but they make so many dumb decisions along the way.
Hey,
It's just
man.
boring.
They should have just... They had changed him back from being a child after the baby arc. It would have been a better show. The fact that they kept him a kid for so long.
It's such a bad idea to have him be a kid.
Pilaf makes him a child again.
I hate kids. Damn it.
It's so weird how they took that whole, like...
Super Saiyan 4.
Super Saiyan 4 looks badass. Don't get me wrong, but...
It's so good.
Wasn't the thing with Super Saiyan 4 is you had to become the monkey form first?
Yes.
And then...
No, it's convoluted. It's not like there's an actual path to this shit.
Basically, that was their way of, like, unlocking it.
You had to go Super Saiyan 3 into monkey and then regain your consciousness and then, like, control 4. So you had all the power of the monkey.
Well,
that's so convoluted.
Dude,
it was like
how great...
unleashed more power within you when turning into, like, natural Saiyan or whatever.
How great would that have been if during the fight with Jiren, like, Goku undoes, like, his belt. You know, he undoes his belt and he reveals he reveals his tail was there. And then the debris, like, reveals a moon and he turns into the giant ape.
You know, there were so many fucking callbacks in that
fight.
Yeah, that I wouldn't be surprised.
Right? I'd have seen that. I could totally seen that.